y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Misty, and the channel's name, of course, is Speculative Magpie. And I am here to do another book review. This is for a book that I actually finished recently. This book is Hunter Shea's Misfits. And this book was so good, y'all. But first, I'm going to read you the synopsis, and then we're going to come back and talk about it, okay? So, in Mulberry, everyone knows the legend of the Melonheads, a race of feral, flesh-eating creatures that shun human interaction and prey on those who dare to wander into the deep woods outside of town. During the height of the 90s grunge era, 5 high school friends living on the fringe are drawn to a breaking point. When one of them is brutally raped by a drunk townie, they decide to take matters into their own hands. Maybe this night, one band of misfits can help the other. But the friends make one fatal mistake. They kill a melonhead, and now they are the hunted. The melonheads have eyes all over town. They're watching, and they're patient. Maybe some legends are meant to be feared for a reason. This was my first Hunter Shea book. The reason why I picked this one and not one of the more popular ones that are going around BookTube is because this book is about an urban legend that I recently just learned about. One of the cool things about Hunter Shea is his monsters are not your typical monsters. It's not going to be Dracula. It's not going to be Frankenstein. It's going to be dogmen, melonheads, and Jersey devils, which I just think is so awesome. I'm from down south, so our urban legends are a little different. You know, we have La Lorna, and we have, the Crawgator and Chupacabra and stuff like that. Well, for some reason, I ran across an urban legend when I moved up here about the Melonheads. And when I saw this book written about them, I was like, that's so cool. And this book was awesome. I know I say this every video, but again, I just want to reiterate, I'm not going to intentionally do bad reviews. So any book review I do on my channel is going to be about a book that I like. And I like this one. This one was a 5 out of 5 stars. Now, this book is about 5 kids. You have Mick, Marnie, Chuck, Vint, and Heidi. And they are, like the book says, 5 misfits. They're stoners. They're the group of troublemakers in this town. Mick's the kind of violent, troubled kid that everybody says stay away from him, he's a bad kid, but he's just been given some bad situations, and he's one of those kids that, yeah, he might shoot you with a BB gun, but you let anybody else shoot you with a BB gun and he's gonna rip their fucking head off. He's that kind of friend. He's the kind of friend that you go to when you need help killing somebody and then hiding the body. Then there's Chuck. Chuck's the big, everybody thinks is, kind of but he's actually really smart. He would probably be the kid that would make it out of the small town. You have Marnie and Heidi, 2 best girlfriends. One has kind of helicopter parents. The other one's not from the best home. Then you have Vint, which is just like, he's the normal dude. He's the stoner that just, fell in with his crowd. And he's like Mick's best friend, and they all hang out together, and then something horrible happens to like one of the girls, and it's revenge time. And with this book, you're like cheering them on. You're down for it. But then, like most revenge plots, things don't go the way that they had originally planned. And when they kill the melonhead, which is not spoilers because it's in the back of the book, it's just the melonheads come and they salt the earth, and it is brutal, y'all, what happens to these kids. And it's a coming of age, just wow. And the scenes with the melonheads in here are just awesomely described. It's violent. It's not necessarily gory. There's some scenes in there that you're just like, well, that's kind of nasty. But it's not like the book I'm reading now, which I'll talk about when I get done. It's just whacked out. But I really enjoyed this book. This book was really good. The characterizations were awesome. I I teared up several times in this book because just what was happening to these kids. I mean, my kids are the age of the kids in here, and if it's like I'm looking at my kids going, "You are never leaving the house again." I mean, like, I think in my area it's dogmen and not necessarily melonheads. I think melonheads are more East Coast-ish, and dogmen are more, where I'm at. But yeah, this is such a good book, y'all. Highly recommend it. If you read Hunter Shea, and I think the one going around right now is Slash, and that's on my list. I got another Hunter Shea over there, but that one's Ghost Mines because that one sounded cool too. So yeah, I think you should pick up the Misfits. It was really good. 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know. These coming of age stories just really seem to hit differently now that I'm a mom. I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I'm like, where are your parents? Okay, so yeah, so that's my thing. That's my review for Hunter Shea's Misfits. Recommend it. It's a great story, great characters, great setting, great villains. I mean, if they would have been left alone, nothing like this would have happened. But we all had our reasons, and sometimes revenge just doesn't work out the way we think it should. So thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for coming back so we can talk about books or things. And hopefully I'll have another review up for you soon about that interesting book that I'm reading right now at work. So bye, guys. I'll talk to you later.